Mandla Zaza Media, Coach. Coach, I just want to ask with regards to the exclusion of evidence, Mahopa. What's the reason this time of you not calling him to the team?
Look, we had 4 strikers on the list of 38. That was Magopa, that was Reiners, that was Leif Foster, and the guy who plays in Holland, Van Duivenbode. You have to make choices, and you have Reiners who did it very well in the previous games with Bafana Bafana. Leif Foster is playing for Burnley every week. So when Magopa, that's a problem. He don't play in Pirates, and that was a little bit different before. So that's the reason why Magopa is not with us.
Thank you, Coach.
Coach, you partly touched on it when you were speaking about the importance of having COSAFA so that players gain international experience. But what do you make of the situation you find yourself in with the injury to Ronwen, in that the goalkeepers that you have, not many of them have played that many minutes in terms of international football? And how challenging is that situation, especially also when you look at the PSL, that not many South African goalkeepers play regularly in top teams?
Yeah, you know, I'm a little bit surprised that I think it's a little bit better now, but there are a lot of foreign goalkeepers here in the league. So this is not good for African football. At the other side, I think that we have good keepers. We have Ronwen, we have Veli, we have Sifo now, we have Ricardo. You know, those guys, also Bvuma. For me, it's a good goalkeeper, but I think he will not get his chance again with Chiefs. So the goalkeepers is not really a problem. I think we have enough good goalkeepers, and they are not too old either. So that is not a problem. But yeah, if you have a guy like a Ronwen who will not be there now for those 2 games, yeah, that's a little problem. It's not only because he's a good goalkeeper, but he's also a good captain.
What are you looking for in terms of someone?
Sorry?
What are you looking for in the goalkeeper who's going to step up and replace Ronwen?
But, you know, this is a decision I will make in the next week. And that depends of several things, so we will see.
Coach, just to take you back to the striker, as we're talking about, you were looking at Simon. Just tell us more about him. I'm sure you would have looked at him more closer now. What did you see when you were analyzing him?
Who?
Simon.
Van Duivenbode.
Yes.
We knew him from last season, but he was not playing so much. So we hope that he should have his chance. They're playing second division, so he played the previous matches. Last match they changed him after 45 minutes. Okay, maybe we have still to wait a little bit more with him. For the moment, I don't think he's ready to replace, for example, Ikram, or to replace Lyle, or he's not better than them, far off. So, but he's someone who we have to follow in the next games, and let's hope that he will play the next games also. And then because he's a type of player, he's a little bit the same type like Magopa. So, but both don't play so much for the moment. It's a pity, but we go on following him, and let's hope that he can confirm.
Coach, Gift Links doing very well in Denmark.
Who?
6 Gift Links.
Oh,
the left wing.
yeah.
6 goal contributions in 6
Yeah.
games. Is he a player that you are following? What are your concerns about
We are,
him?
we are following several players. But you always have to take a player when you think that is better than the one you have. And that is not a fact for the moment.
Coach, you just left out a player from Orlando Pirates, Monapule Saleng. Just like to find out what the reason behind that was.
Who?
Monapule Saleng, Orlando Pirates winger.
I think Saleng had a very irregular season last year. He promised a lot. the year before. He was great. And last year, he disappointed a little bit. So I just want to see Saleng again to his old shape. And that was 2 years ago, where he made goals. He was decisive for Orlando Pirates. He was a certain moment, I think, one of the best strikers in the country. But he didn't confirm last year. The coach put him several times on the bench. So new season now. Let's hope he will be again the Saleng we know and that we need.
Coach, what would your message be to people from Joburg? I mean, the team had a strong response in Bloemfontein, and many thought and were calling for Bafana to play regularly in Bloemfontein, but this game in Johannesburg, what would your message be in terms of people coming in and supporting us?
Yeah, you know, I said it already before. In the beginning, it was COVID. There was not so many people in the stadium. But after that, we didn't have response from the crowd, except against Morocco. There was a big crowd in the stadium, so it was happy to play. But what I felt in Bloemfontein, this is something we always need to have. In that game against Zimbabwe, after the 1-0, 2 minutes later it was 1-1, and we lost the game a little bit for a period of 15 minutes. But with the crowd that was shouting and singing and supporting us, we came over it very fast. And then you see our second half, we were pushed by this crowd to win the game. And therefore, again, I hope now that we have the same response now in Orlando Stadium next Friday, because we need that. A team needs is supporters. Well, certainly in moments where things are not going so well. So let's hope that the response is there and that we can be happy after the game to have that crowd in the stadium.
Coach, there just seems to be a lot of talk in the country about Mamelodi Sundowns and how the wheels may seem to be coming off. You have spoken a lot about that team making up the core of your squad. Are you perhaps concerned about what is going on there, maybe just how...
No, I think for the moment the problem with Sundowns is that they don't play, or that the players don't play so much official games. They only play friendly games, except the 2 MTN games now, against Polokwane and now against Stellenbosch. But you saw in the game yesterday that Stellenbosch was everywhere one step faster than they, because they are used to play competition already. So I'm not concerned, because there are good players that will come back. But for the moment, we don't see Sundowns like we saw them last year. And this is only, the reason for that is only that they are still in the pre-season modus, because they play only friendly games. But I'm not concerned about that. That will come back, and players have their quality, so they just need those games who we have to fight for winning, and you have to fight not to lose. A friendly game, okay, if you lose it, yeah, it's not good, but what's the problem? They lost yesterday. So, and they need those kind of games, I think.
Coach, you touched on it earlier on the interview here, the frustration that under 23 players are not playing for Kwasafa to get the experience. It's an old story, but you are bringing it up now. What must be the solution? Because we can't just keep on saying this over and over again.
You know, we did already everything, but the solution has to come from the league. The league has to force the clubs to give the players, to release the players for Kwasafa. That's all. Every year we made a list, and every year you have to see the list we made, and then the players we can take. So this is not the players we need. But yeah, okay, you have to play Kwasafa. And then we are lucky now that Dudley was playing for Cape Town, and they are a little bit easier to release their players. But that is not enough. Huh? That is not enough. like players like Mukwana and Magerman and all those kind, they had to play already, or they had to play before they become with Bafana Bafana. They had to play that kind of tournaments. They have an international experience when they play it. So now, Elias was coming with us. It was his first international experience. Yes, before he was -18, I think, or something. So there is a gap. There is a gap. And if you can take those 23-old players, or -23-old players from PSL, and let them play COSAFA, Moremi for Mamazulu, yeah, name them. Those players have to play COSAFA. It will be good for them. It will be good because it's in pre-season. So what's the problem? You can't say, yes, but they don't train. Yeah, but no. They have even a better pre-season because they have to play COSAFA. They have to play a tournament. But yeah, we don't succeed to have those players we want. And this is a pity. You see, Dotley now, Moby before, and a few others, you know them better than I, they were there. And then we took them. Because we saw, oh, okay. But yeah, I don't know what the problem is. Because I think it should be a very good initiative when next year, when there is COSAFA, that we can take the players we want in function of later for Bafana Bafana. And you can keep that, They play COSAFA, they play after that maybe qualifiers for AFCON, Shan, whatever. So we don't take foreign players. No, we just needed those players who play here in PSL and who play with their club. So it should be a very good international experience for those players.
Coach, okay. Sorry guys, I'm not leaving you. I'm going to a meeting upstairs.
Coach, the new coach of Kaizer Chiefs knows you very well from your time in Belgium. He's spoken about how much he respects you. Is this someone that you've had conversations with? What kind of advice?
I spoke with him, yes. Because when I came back from Belgium, I didn't know, but he is living in the same building that I live. And someone of Kaizer Chiefs came to me and he said, Coach, the coach wants to speak to you. And I was sitting there drinking a coffee. So I spoke with him and yeah, it's a very good coach. I think when you see what's happening in Chiefs, it's a different thing. Huh? He's thinking, yeah, if I can say that, European. He wants what he wants. And it's maybe a little bit easier for him to achieve that in Chiefs, because it's not easy to be a coach of Chiefs. And I think it's not so easy for a South African coach to slam on the table and said, no, I want that. And you see, with him, it's like that. And I think, and I hope also, because I said in the past already, it's not normal that a team like Chiefs is 7 or 8 in the competition. It's not good for South African football. So I hope that Chiefs is again there next season, and that they will fight with Sundowns, with Pirates, maybe with Supersport or Stellenbosch, that they will, maybe we'll have 5-6 teams who will fight for the title, for the championship. This is a big progression that happens for South African football, and not the domination of one team like we had in the last 5 years.
And maybe, Coach, just to zoom in on Sipho Chain, he's just one of your new faces. What are you expecting from him, and what boxes are you
We had him already on the list last season, but then at a certain moment he was injured, I think. He didn't play anymore for Chiefs. So, but now Sipho is a very good goalkeeper. So because Roman is not there, and there was, choosing between him or Buma, I think the choice was quick made, because he's playing, and he's playing good for Orlando Pirates. He's the international experience with Champions League and preliminary Champions League, Confederation Cups he plays. So, yeah, it's a good goalkeeper, and it was for the moment the ideal replacement for Colombian who will not be there.
Can you just tell us what has impressed you the most about Talent Mbata?
About?
Talent Mbata.
This is a type of player on that position we are looking for already a long time. He's tall. He's a typical defensive midfielder. He's playing his position. He replays the game from left to right. He's always there, available. He's not running like a fool in front. He's what I saw from him till now. Tactically, he plays what he has to do. So I think it's the moment to call him for Bafana Bafana, and it's up to him now to show him on training, and if he should play, maybe not all game, but maybe come in to prove that he's on the right place.
Coach, there have been reports linking live to the EPL to join Ipswich Town. Do you think that will be a good move if it
Yes, absolutely, because he's playing Premier League. This is also because second division football in England. This is running and kicking and yeah. So yeah, it will be a good move for him in a team where he will play. He's not going to Manchester City or because that should be very difficult for him. But no, it's a team where he can play a little bit, comparing with Burnley when they were in second division and even in first division last year. So okay, I'm looking forward, and I hope he can make the move, and that he can still progress and become a better player.
Coach, we've seen in the Sundowns 2 matches so far, I know it's still early, Temba doesn't look like he is going to feature much for them. If that becomes the case, that he plays less and less and less, will that be a problem for you, and how do you...
I just, for the moment, I don't understand why he's not playing. Is he suddenly being old? I don't know. I'm not there. I don't see him on training. But it should be... I think it's more tactically why he's not playing. And okay, that's a choice of the coach. I have to respect it. But I don't think that will be a problem now. But if that goes on, it can become a problem. Certainly for an older player like he has to play. When a player like him, with that age, is always on the bench and coming in for 20 minutes, and you go down. So I hope that that the new coach there is changing his mind a little bit, and that I see more from Temba in Sundowns than what I saw now.
And just, Coach, have you applied your mind on the captaincy issue, just with your captain outs and the vice captain?
I don't know. I've already an idea, but again, as you know, decisions are made at the end by me, but Elman is very important also always in my decision, so we will talk about it in the next days and we will see.
And Coach, when you look at Rushin Dotley, what qualities...
First of all, he's a left-footed central defender. That is already... Till now we didn't have... Since I'm here, I don't think I have a central left-footed central defender. I don't think. So we looked for it, but we didn't find him. And now suddenly... Yeah, we also with Kosafa. And we saw him last year, but okay, Cape Town. And therefore, we said, okay, we ask him, or we hope that Cape Town will release him and let him play for us, for Kosafa. And okay, he was released, and yeah. We were convinced that it's maybe the right moment now to take him with Bafana Bafana.
Nasreddine, coach, linked to a couple of clubs. Do you think he's probably ready to leave Stelis or
Who?
Fawaz Nasreddine. He's been linked. Oh. So do you think that he...
I don't understand. No, what did you say, the name?
Fawaz.
From Stellenbosch.
Yeah, the
Nasreddine.
from Stellenbosch.
Oh.
Fawaz. Nasreddine.
Oh, Bassadine.
Bassadine.
Yeah. You know, when you see, what's his name, Stellenbosch, the level of Stellenbosch, and I hope they will qualify for Confederation Cup. I don't know if it's really a good move for Bassadien to go to Chiefs, I think. I don't know. You know, when... Okay, it's Chiefs, huh? It's Chiefs. And I think it's very difficult for a player to refuse that. At the other side, I think everybody has to understand that Stellenbosch can not sell all these players. There are already 3 important players who left. I'm afraid, okay, now Fawaz maybe. I hope that for Stellenbosch then, that it's as quick as possible the end of September, because Jeden, it will also be difficult to keep him. Yeah, okay. It's not a nice thing for a club like them. They make the players and then, yeah. That's the destiny of a team like Stellenbosch, but at the other side, maybe they play Confederation. Maybe they will be struggling and fighting for the title next year. And it's not the right thing to release all your players and to have the money. Yeah. But then you don't have to make a mistake. When you buy another player, he has to be as good as the one who left. So, yeah. It's difficult for me to say they have to do that or that. You have to see both sides, and from the player and from the club. For the player, it can be a good thing, maybe not for the team. And I can understand that now in Stellenbosch they are saying, guys, finished. The door is shut now. He's finished now. You can give what you want. Those players are staying with us. And it's not a bad thing for the players either. Not at all.
Coach, maybe
Last question, guys.
You speak very highly of Coach Hellman. Can you just maybe briefly fill us into what sort of impact has he left on you as a human being and as a coach? And what does he mean to you?
When you compare Hellman now with Hellman when I saw him for the first time, it's a very, very big difference. He was afraid to talk. He was a little bit shy because I was in front of him. He was not ready at that moment, but I had my Belgium assistant at that moment. So, but in the conversation we had, I thought at that moment that it could be a good thing. So he was, the first year he was a little bit in the shadow. But the advices he gave me, especially about South African football, about South African players, make me decide when Chedo left. I didn't hesitate 1 second. I was sure it was the right man on the right place. He had to be my assistant. And since then, he's more open. He says what he has to say. He's not afraid to set his opinion about it. And that's what I want. And the most important thing, he knows football. When he talks about tactics, when we talk about tactics, you're in front of a guy who knows what he's talking about. When he talk about a player, and we are nearly always on the same point, there is never a discussion in the real world of discussion. It's just, okay, giving your opinion about it. And 9.9 on 10 we agree. Okay, you say, yes, I agree, yeah. Or I say, yes, I agree. So yeah, it's a fantastic guy. It's a guy who knows that he has to be grateful for the chances he gets. And he's a guy who is disciplined. He's a guy who is honest. He's a guy who is loyal. And I can go on for him, 10 minutes if you want. If you touch Alman, you touch me. That is, and I think it will be when I leave one day South Africa, it's a friendship for life, I'm sure.